it's probably one of the reasons that like really, really creative people do so well at it, because their lives are just all over the place anyway. So they're just like, well, let me just go hang out and see what happens. And then just doing a ton of hanging out and seeing what happens is actually the best way to move further in the music business. Because it's not, because the other thing that's awkward, like in other businesses, you get in a networking group, they're like, oh, I could use a guy that could like fix cabinets. And they're like, oh, cool, I make cabinets. Okay, cool, I'll hire you. Yeah. But in the music business, it's not often like, I don't know, you don't want to seem like too needy. You know what I mean? It's a weird thing. I guess if you're like a musician and like you run into an artist and he's like, man, I could use a new guitar player. And you're like, well, I play guitar. Okay, like that could be a thing. But often it's like, oh, do you hang out? You know, are you hanging out with the same crew? Do you dress the same way? Or do we mesh? It's not like, you know, there's so many things that go into music business.
That's beyond business.
That's beyond business.
100%,
I mean, I even... What's funny is because people are like, oh, well, like, I'm the best player, but, like, I'm having a hard time getting a gig. And I'm like, dude, one, you're probably not. But two, like, there's so many things that go beyond. Like, I even joke, like, when I was getting band guys to play with me, I'm like, dude, I would rather a guy who's, like, 90% hang and 10% player.
We talk about this all the fucking time. Yeah, no, I mean, like, that is, I think, the sort of hidden wisdom in a lot of this stuff is a lot of it is just the hang, and that goes a long way.
You're actually hanging with, especially in the
I mean you're on a bus,
you're like, exactly. Or a van or whatever.
Only like, you know, there are 2 hours of your day where you're doing that thing.
Yes.
Everything else is, can I sit down and you know throw down some food with this person?
There's at least 24 to 48 hours of being with somebody around those 2 hours of playing music. So it's funny. I've had some great players play with me, but I've definitely like been like, okay, well, this guy's amazing, but this guy is way more fun. You know, and he's like 80% of the player, but I'll take that.
But I think I think that's the way it is for a lot of things in life. I think in music, it's probably more like, it's probably more front and center, just because in music there is that, as silly as it sounds, there's such a small window where you're actually doing the thing. So it's probably more exacerbated in something like music, but I bet that's true in any field. You know I mean, you know, as everyone likes to talk about, especially, I'm sure it's like this all over the country, but, you know, in the South, everyone complains about the good old boys club, and it's like, oh, well, you know, if you're a contractor and you're like, you got like someone, two cabinet builders, and one of them's your homie and one of them's just a guy who builds amazing cabinets, but you don't like him that much, you're going to hire your homie, even if he's, you know.
I think most careers have some degree of
that. But if you're making like really high end houses, you might be like, well, I don't really, you know, I think it depends on the thing. You're like,
for sure. Yeah.
These clients are going to want that extra good. And if you're built, you know, so there might be times where you do call that guy just because you're like, I need something a little nicer. But, which could be, you know, when you're making an album and you don't hire your band, you hire session players. Like, you're like, man, I love my band, but like, I need someone to crush in a fast window. So I don't know, there's a time and a place for a little bit of all of that, because I know people that hire session players that they think are really annoying, but they love the way they play, but they're like, well, I don't have to be around them for more than 3 to 6 hours.
And there's wisdom in that too, for sure. I mean, hey, if you like that clip, subscribe to the channel for more clips. Subscribe to our main channel where you can listen to the full podcast. Give us a follow and listen to the live performances we have there too.